Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you all? Hope you are doing fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. This is Ariful Islam, Assistant Teacher of English, National Adult English Version School. Welcome to NIV's Home School. Today I am taking an English second paper class for class 6 students. Our today's topic is voice present tense. So my dear students, let's start the class. So before starting voice, we should know the definition of voice. Definition of voice. Voice is the form of a verb which is used to say what people or things do or what is done to them. There are two types of voice, active voice, number two, passive voice. What is active voice? Active voice is the form of a verb which is used to say what the subject does. Passive voice. Passive voice is the form of a verb which is used to say what happens to the subjects. Okay, we'll go to next page. Rules of changing active from passive voice. Number one, object becomes subject. So we should know what is object. Object, look at the example very carefully. She gives me a book. If we make a question to a verb of a subject with what and whom, we will get the object. What does she give? A book. Whom does she give? Me. So here a book is an object and me is an object. So direct object always will be a thing like a book, and indirect objects always will be a person like me, her, them. Okay. So we will again move to rules of changing active from passive voice. Number one, object becomes subject. Number two, auxiliary verb according to tense. Number three, past participle of verb. Number four, preposition by. Number five, subject becomes object. So use of auxiliary verb. This box is very important for you boys, everyone, boys and girls. Tense, present tense. In present indefinite tense, auxiliary verb will be am, is, are, and continuous tense, am being, is being, are being. All continuous tenses we will add being. And perfect tense, present perfect tense, have been and has been. Past indefinite tense, auxiliary verb will be was, were. Continuous tense, was being, were being. Perfect tense, had been. Future tense, future indefinite tense, auxiliary verb will be shall be, will be. Future continuous, shall be being, will be being. And future perfect, shall have been, will have been. We'll go to next page, use of defective verb, or we can say is a modal auxiliary verb. We will add be after all the modal auxiliary verb. Can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, ought to, used to. After this auxiliary verb we will add be. Okay, the form of subject is very important. Subject I, in object it will be me. He will be him, we, us, they, them, she, her, you, Arif, Ashish, the boy, the girl, who, by whom, who. So we'll move to changing from active to passive voice. Look at the board. I have written one example in the board. Active voice, I write a letter. Okay, so our first rule is object becomes subject. So what does I write? I write a letter. Many students make a mistake. They take letter. This is mistake. You have to take a letter. So objects become subject. Object becomes subject. A letter. Okay. Next, auxiliary verb according to tense. What kind of tense it is? Present indefinite tense. So in present indefinite tense, auxiliary verb will be am, is, are. So a letter, that's why we will use is. And then past participle of verb. Write, wrote, it will be written. Then preposition by will come. And subject will be object. I will be me. So what did you do? I write a letter. We did object become subject, a letter. As it is present indefinite tense, we use is, past participle of verb and preposition by, and subject becomes object at the last. Okay. Next go to next examples. I write a letter. I have mentioned before, a letter is written by me. Next one, Arif does the sum. Here sum is an object, we will do it subject, the sum. As it is present indefinite tense, we will use am is are. The sum, that's why we will use is. Past participle of verb by, subject become object at the last. I am drawing a picture here is object, we will do it subject, and this is present continuous tense, that's why we will use am being, is being, are being. A picture, that's why we will use is being. A picture is being, past participle of verb, preposition by, subject become object. She's not calling me. So me object, will do it subject, and present indefinite tense, as it is present continuous tense, we will use am being, is being, are being. As there is not, we will use not. I, after I we will use am. So am not being, past participle of verb called, preposition by, subject will be object. He has caught a bird. So a bird subject, present perfect tense, that's why we will use has been, past participle of verb, preposition by, and subject will object at the last. The teacher has advised us, us is object, we will do its subject, we, as it is present perfect tense, we will use have been, has been. After we use have been. So have been, past participle of verb advised, preposition by, and subject will object at the last. We can do it. Look it very carefully. It will be subject, and can modal auxiliary verb. If this modal auxiliary verb comes, we will use be after the modal auxiliary verb. So it can be, past participle of verb, preposition by, subject become object. You may do the sum. The sum here is object, we will do it subject. And may modal auxiliary verb, we will use may be, past participle of verb done, preposition by, and you. We ought to obey our parents. So here is ought to modal auxiliary verb. Our parents subject, ought to modal auxiliary verb. We will add be after modal auxiliary verb, preposition, past participle of verb, preposition by, and subject will object at the last. Next one, look very carefully, changing from passive to active voices. Now come here, please come here. Rice is eaten by me. Before that, look at the sentences, active voices. I write a letter. So all active voices are one kind of tense. This is present indefinite tense. And passive voice, a letter is written to me, this is not a part of tense. This is not a tense. So we will do it active, or we will have to make it one kind of tense. So me here is object, we will do it of subject I. Look at very carefully the auxiliary verb is, which auxiliary verb, which tense auxiliary verb is. Look at this box, present indefinite tense, we use am, is, or auxiliary verb in active voices, in passive voices. So is auxiliary verb or present indefinite tense. That's why we have to make this sentence present indefinite tense. I'm calling you again, I'm telling you again, is auxiliary verb or present indefinite tense. That's why we will do these sentences into present indefinite tense. It will be active. So after subject, what will we do in present indefinite tense? Present form of main verb. Present form of main verb, and subject become object. Rice. Now we will do it in passive. Rice. Present indefinite tense is, past participle of verb by me. So this is the active voices. In active voices, it must have been a tense. Okay. So we will move to next sentences. Rice is eaten by me. We have done it active. Object becomes subject. As it is present indefinite tense auxiliary verb, we will do it present indefinite tense. I eat rice. A story is being told by Farzana madam. So this is a passive voice. We will do it active. So Farzana madam, object will be subject Farzana madam. As is being auxiliary verb of present continuous tense. That's why we will do it present continuous tense. So Farzana madam verb is telling, subject become object, a story. We have done it, active. Next one, the door has been shut by Ashish. So Ashish here is subject, object becomes subject. As it is present perfect tense, auxiliary verb of present perfect tense, we will do it present perfect tense. Then it will be active. So Ashish, one person, that's why we will has past participle of verb, shut, and subject become object, the door. The picture could be drawn by me. Me object will be subject I, as could be a model auxiliary. After model auxiliary verb we will use be. So we will take could, and after could we will use present form of verb, draw, and the picture. Rice might be eaten by him. Him will be subject, he might be model auxiliary verb. So we will take might only, and after might we will take main verb, eat, and rice become the object. The work must be done by you. You were subject, must be model auxiliary verb, we will take only must. After must we will take do, main verb, and the work subject will be object at the end. So we will move to next page. Dear students, look at this is your homework. Submission date 14/6/2020, Sunday, and SW copy return date 21/6/2020. You will do it since the following active voices into passive voice, and you will do since the following active voices into passive. So there is a correction, please. Just the follows passive voice. It will be passive voices. Passive voices you will do into active. So since the correction, since the following passive voices into active. These will you do active voice from passive, and these are passive voices. You will do it active voices. So my dear students, you will submit all your SW copies on the Sunday within 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. in our school library, and you will have to collect those copies on next Sunday within 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. from our school library. So my dear students, I hope you have understood today's topic. Keep practicing at home and avoid by your parents. Stay well. See you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz.